What's up, guys, and welcome back to another comic book review video where I say words and you, the beautiful people, listen. It is I, your crazy Nicolas Cage, your steward of Gondor, your genius, billionaire playboy, basic YouTuber philanthropist, SuperCliff. And would you kindly hit that like and subscribe button, for every little bit helps in this majestic YouTube world. And today, guys, we are continuing with Justice League, issue number 60, written by Brian Michael Bendis. Bendis is coming. Never gets old, and drawn by David Marquez. And away we go. As our story starts off immediately where issue 59 last ended, where in the state of Oregon, in Port Oswego, I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, just to be much more specific, we pick up with Naomi, who was enjoying a night out with her friends, showing off her dope powers, probably in the process of making a YouTube video or something, was confronted by the notorious Black Adam. Woo. And so, in response, we see Naomi all powered up, readying herself up for a fight, telling her friends at the same time to run, as if they're all on fire. Because remember, folks, though we're aware that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is playing Black Adam, and thereby as a result of that, the powers invested by DC editorial have pushed his status quo into being much more heroic, not everyone is aware of this, especially Naomi. She still thinks he's a bad guy, and that makes sense. The dude's got a reputation. Before Naomi and Black Adam can even have a conversation, Black Adam immediately disappears. And as Naomi is trying to make sense as to what just happened, her friend points up to the sky, and what we see is Superman dragging Black Adam away by his cape. Now, obviously Black Adam, as a result of this, is not happy. He's like, "How dare you touch me, bro? Do you even know who I am? I am Black Adam, protector of Kahndaq." He's sort of got a bit of a chip on his shoulder, similar to Marvel's The Submariner, who, by the way, could also be played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But I digress. Anyways, once Superman feels that he's far enough away from the kids, Superman wonders as to what Black Adam was doing, and Black Adam tells him that the Kahndaq Science Council have traced Brutus's energy signature back to the girl, back to Naomi. And since Kahndaq was previously attacked by the new Brutus villain, the situation, at least according to Black Adam, is his problem, much like how it is to Superman. But before Superman could even comment on Black Adam's willingness to help and defeat Brutus, Naomi shows up, and she's basically like, yeah guys, what's the deal? What's going on? And Superman then explains he has a checkered past with Black Adam, which is why he impulsively reacted to him approaching her. However, Superman reveals that the two of them are in truth here for the same reason, to which Black Adam then asks a confused Naomi McDuffie as to where it is that she's from. Like, who is she? And why would Superman dare risk laying his hands on him in order to protect you? Getting around to asking the question as to what her power is and what is its source. And this is where we pick up in the Hall of Justice, where Naomi is giving everyone, the Flash, Aquaman, Hawkgirl, and all the others, the rundown to her origins. And she tells the League that she recently just found out she was adopted and that she was sent here from another Earth, an Earth that was destroyed due to a war between people with superpowers. And that the bad guy from her Earth was a dude by the name of Zumbadu. Now, check it, because if you recall back to the Naomi story, this Zumbadu guy had discovered that Naomi was sent to a whole new Earth. And by some means of multiverse travel, Zumbadu managed to travel through a portal to the DC Universe. Now, luckily, in that story, Naomi managed to kick his butt. But before he was officially sent back to his world, he did warn Naomi that he would be back. And so once this debrief session is concluded, Batman suggests that Zumbadu must have gotten the word out about their world. Therefore, as a result, this Brutus guy, whom Naomi doesn't recognize on the screen, must want a piece of Earth for himself. Basically, Earth is this giant buffet, and all these supervillains want a piece of the pie. Black Canary then chimes in, asking whether or not they're going to talk about the elephant in the room, aka Black Adam. Superman then comes to Black Adam's defense, reminding everyone that his country was recently attacked by Brutus, and therefore, he's a guest. And this is when Batman, he activates his Batman mode, telling Clark that he would like a word. Moments later, we pan away and see the Justice League located in a separate room from both Naomi and Black Adam. And here they're arguing with Clark, because apparently Superman, he wants to invite Black Adam onto the Justice League. Now, this is a perfect depiction as to what makes Superman different among the other members of the Justice League, because from everyone else's perspective, they view Black Adam as a monster, a person who is utterly ruthless, and a person who cannot be redeemed. But when viewing the situation from Clark's perspective, he doesn't look at someone on the surface, he looks past that And from his view, Superman has seen a change in Black Adam, reminding the team that over a dozen or so times where Superman was called to a real emergency, he arrived only to discover that Black Adam had already taken care of the situation. Black Adam had already saved the day, portraying the perfect acts of real heroism. Oliver in the back is saying, like, Jesus Christ, Clark. Like, this really isn't a good idea, bro. Like, come on. But Superman mentions the words Green Arrow said in the previous issue, that the team required different perspectives and experience. And seeing that Black Adam has risen to that occasion, Superman believes that if they offer their hand, then perhaps Black Adam will become an even greater force for good. But as this discussion is nearing its end, Naomi downstairs is like waving her hands in the air, trying to get the League's attention, because according to the Justice League's alert system, Brutus is back, this time in Central City. Now this is where we pan over to Central City, and once both the Flash and Superman arrive, they are met with Hippolyta, Wonder Woman's mother, the Queen of the Island of Themyscira, and Queen of the Amazons. Now apparently she's been out here fighting Brutus, and Brutus managed to run away through his portal back to his homeworld. Hippolyta mentions that about 8 minutes ago, Brutus via portal arrived on Themyscira, and as we get a quick flashback to 8 minutes before, we see Brutus doing just that, arriving on Themyscira. And boy, does Brutus appear to be super stoked, as it's clear that Brutus is wildly impressed with how clean the place is. And so realizing that he's been living in poison back home, Brutus makes it clear that this world is 100% worth taking, and that it's worth fighting for. But before anything can happen, Queen Hippolyta attacks Brutus, handing him a Class A ass whooping. And so seeing that he's outmatched, Brutus opens up a portal and arrives in Central City, to which Hippolyta jumps through. And as the two combatants continue to duel, with Brutus managing to get a hit on the Queen, Brutus senses that the Justice League are on their way. Therefore, he opens up another portal, but before he goes through, Brutus promises Hippolyta that he'll be back, but that next time he'll be back with friends. Woo! Now, once the rest of the Justice League make their arrival, Hippolyta sees Black Adam, and boy, is she pissed and disgusted because, remember, Black Adam has a reputation, and despite Superman's plea to unite under a common cause, Hippolyta doesn't give a damn, and immediately she departs. And this leaves Naomi asking Hawkgirl if both Hippolyta and Black Adam have like a thing going on. Hawkgirl plays it off saying they definitely do not. However, Black Adam clues us in that he may have a crush, as he calls her the most impressive warrior he's ever known. DC romance, ooh. Anyways, as Batman is picking up tracings of Brutus's energy signature, he notes that the readings don't come up as the usual multiverse pattern, and that this is something entirely different, possibly indicating that Naomi's world isn't part of the multiverse. But regardless of whether or not that's the case, Batman still mentions that the only way to shut down the multiverse door in order to prevent Brutus and his friends from traveling is to travel over to Naomi's homeworld and to shut the door down themselves. Therefore, since Naomi is the only one who's been to her world, she'll act as team leader for the mission. Despite the fact that she claims she's only been there for like 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. The story must go on. Hawkgirl then presents her mace to Naomi. Because remember, back in issue 59, when Hawkgirl smacked Brutus across the face with her nth metal mace, it caused some sort of reaction. And Hawkgirl believes that it might possibly due to the source of the power from Naomi's homeworld, and that it might be in conflict with nth metal. However, once Naomi is shown wielding the mace, nothing happens. But Naomi's cool status does increase by 14%. What a nerd. Anyways, back at the Hall of Justice, Flash has just finished building a machine, basically a redesign of the Cosmic Treadmill, which will help take the team to Naomi's homeworld. And so once our heroes board the Cosmic Treadmill ship, Flash begins to tap into the Speed Force, and boom, the Justice League begins to travel across the multiverse, all in 2001's A Space Odyssey fashion. Now, once everything happens, Naomi finds herself on her destroyed homeworld. However, the unfortunate part, she's the only one who made it. The rest of the team, such as Superman and Batman, are nowhere to be found. Naomi is all alone. Dum dum dum. Justice League, issue number 60, was another fantastic addition to the Brian Michael Bendis era of Justice League. I think the thing I appreciate the most about this run is the pacing. This is basically near perfect pacing when it comes to Bendis. Because the thing we have to remember about Bendis is he has this quick way of writing character dialogue, and usually tends to work best with his team-based books. He's able to differentiate, I can't even say that word, each character from one another, making each character their own character, possessing their own tone and or gimmick. And that's done to great effect. Never did the conversations come off random or awkward. I also enjoy the way Bendis is approaching both Black Adam and Naomi. them joining the Justice League, it never feels forced. Like, it actually feels organic. And that's always the best feeling when characters say and act the way they do because that's what they would actually say and do. The art by David Marquez is utterly fantastic. Everything from depicting panels in a nightlife Oregon, panels featuring Themyscira, even depictions of basic rubble. It's great, and all of it stands out masterfully. Just a pure sense of life is felt within this book, which only heightens the experience and the characters within the story. Now, although I'm not the world's biggest Justice League Dark fan, or in general basic magic related content in superhero comics, the story by Ram V was pretty interesting, and the art was beautiful, in a gruesome manner, of course. Like seeing the vultures at the end feeding on a corpse was quite disturbing. Now, I like Ram V, and I think he's a great writer, but for me personally, I'm still jaded from Tynion's Justice League Dark and the way he handled the ending. Oh, what's that? I get to write Batman. All right, cool. Peace. Like, what? That's it? So it might be a while before I give a shit again, which is what usually happens with your typical heart abandonment issues. But hopefully Ram V will still be around when I make my Justice League Dark return. Overall, Justice League issue 60 was another fantastic issue, and I can't wait for issue 61. Hopefully Bendis keeps this style of telling a story in check and doesn't decide to go overboard with his Bendisisms. And yes, and I did indeed make up that word, and I'm very proud of it too. Justice League issue number 60 gets a 9.5 out of 10. Giggity, giggity goo.